Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Rodney, and I wanted to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So listen, I told y'all I was gonna just probably review. I'm kind of like slowly clocking out of Love and Marriage Huntsville, but I told y'all I was gonna review like every other episode. Well, like review the episodes, but just combined. Like I'm gonna combine 10 and 11 and just make one video instead of coming out here every week because quiet as it's kept, girl. Anyways, made the video, watched episode 10 last night, made the video, and then I was going to watch episode 11. And I made the video right after I watched it because I wanted it to be, I didn't take a lot of notes, and so I wanted everything to be fresh. I still remembered, things and all that good stuff. Honey, long story short, why I deleted the video? Girl, when I tell y'all, I was in her evil. All I could do was stare at the ceiling. Just mad. Just mad. I can't be mad at nobody but myself. So here I am. Like I said, it's not a lot going on in love and marriage, to be honest. So you gotta had 24 hours to cool down. So we're gonna talk about episode 10. I'll put in the description box the timestamp for when I start episode 11. So it basically kicks off where it left off. They're at Tiffany's baby shower. Miss Thing is going through it. She in the back talking about she seeing stars, girl, in the moon, and she thinks she saw Jesus Christ. Girl, I don't know, girl. She had a lot going on. But the real gag was that she didn't want to go to the hospital. I said one thing about it, two things for sure, three things for certain. That's that black side in Tiffany. Because black people, we don't go to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? We take some Tylenol or some Advil, drink some water, and we take a nap. And then we just gonna know, or we gonna hope that everything gets better when we wake up. That's what Tiffany was doing. But the difference between me and Tiffany and you and Tiffany is Tiffany got a whole person inside of her body. So she might want to carry herself down to the emergency room just in case. Girl, can you imagine Tiffany sitting there, girl, you see her shirt, you see her dress start moving, all of a sudden, girl, you see her head pop from underneath her dress. Miss Thing girl over there crying, honey, she don't want to go to the hospital. I thought was so crazy too was when Kimmy came back. Stormy went and got Kimmy because Kimmy is a nurse. Anyways. She went and got Kimmy. Kimmy said that she didn't have her blood pressure machine to take her blood pressure just to make sure her pressure was all right. And I was like, this is so crazy because Kimmy is literally still going through her journey with breast cancer, and here she is trying to check on someone else. Um, Melody meets up with a lawyer, and I don't know, y'all. Y'all know I'm with Mel when she right, and when she wrong to me. Let me just say something. I don't think Mel is a good fit for this show anymore. I don't. Do I think she's leaving? No. But I knew that it was a wrap for Mel when she referred to Nell. When she referred to Nell in episode 11 as her ride or die. And she still calls her Miss. Girl, now, I don't know how many friends you got when you walking around here and you calling your friends Miss. Hey, Miss Nell. That's a respect thing, right? Girl, that is, Melody, that is not your ride or die. Girl, you don't fool with Nell like that. Girl, that just goes to show that Melody does not fool with anybody on this show. She's ran through everybody, right? It's even awkward when Melody has to shoot group scenes. Even at the baby shower when Melody first approached the table and everybody was there just chit-chatting, it was weird. Melody don't like nobody on the show. She's just doing what she has to do because I'm sure they probably had a conversation with the group when all that mess happened last season. You know, that was down to Madonna turn up that lady's stove. Um, I don't know how long Melody is going to be able to. Even Martell, who gets on my nerves, fits in better with this cast. At least he can film and get along with everybody. Melody done snatched Nail up, and then now all of a sudden they best friends and going to pole dancing classes. I said, I guess, girl. Anyways, but yeah, Melody meets up with a lawyer, and she says that she's changing. She wants to change her name back to Rogers, from Holt to Rogers, so her maiden name. Quiet as it's kept, she needs to hyphenate her kid's name. I know she ain't gonna do it, but she should. All her kids should have her last name too. I didn't say she had to remove Holt, but she could give those kids her last name. Holt Rogers. What's wrong with that? Anyways, I put Mel B acting for the camera. The whole conversation between her and that Laurie was weird. Again, I thought Mel was acting for the camera. Martell is supposed to be doing some type of suit collaboration. Either he's doing a suit collaboration or either he's coming out with his own line of suits. Either way, he's going to be coming out with some suits, whether it's his own or he's teaming up with someone to do like a quick, I don't too much care for Martell. I think he's a horrible human being. But, I will say I feel like this is probably more so his speed. The other day he was throwing everything against the wall and was hoping that something would stick. He had a children's book. He has a wine. Didn't he come out with a calendar? Was it a calendar? Children's book, wine, I think calendar, a cookbook. I ain't seen Martell make a sandwich, and now you coming out with a cookbook? Okay, girl. Lou and Tiffany have a conversation. Lou basically tells Tiffany she needs to mind her damn business. Let me say something. It is what it is. Lou knows that Tiffany was dead wrong. Tiffany, just like Lou told her, don't put me in no shit. Because that's exactly what Tiffany is doing, or she did. Instead of Tiffany just owning up that, this is the thing, multiple things can be true at the same time. We can watch a show and be entertained and also understand why you probably almost got your ass slapped too. You know what I'm saying? I can watch the show and be entertained and be like, oh yes, Miss Tiffany is, turn that scene up. Girl, she giving it to Sheree. She asking all the right questions, but also understand why Martell was upset. You know what I'm saying? And instead of Tiffany just owning up to her being messy, I can almost guarantee you, if Tiffany would have went home and said, me and Martell had a conversation because when I met Sheree, he felt as though I was inappropriate in my line of questioning. I asked her this, I said this, I said this, I mentioned this. I even said, does her PUSSY keep him around? She said something about her Boochie cat. I can guarantee you, Lewis would have been like, what the hell did you just do? But that's not the way she delivered it. She delivered it as though she had just got attacked. And so, of course, Lewis being the husband, right? And now we have to also add in the other layers. They're on TV, so now he gotta, macho it up for the camera because ain't nobody gonna disrespect my family. Ain't nobody gonna disrespect my wife, even though your wife was dead wrong. And Martell or Marsau did not disrespect Tiffany, in my opinion. Martell definitely didn't. He went to the horse's mouth, as he should have. But he basically tells Tiffany to mind her business. And don't be out here giving nobody advice. Did they ask you? No. Okay, so they don't want it. Okay. Mel doesn't want to share her new boo. We'll talk more about that in 11 because this was my initial thought before I saw episode 11. Girl, as much as y'all gave hell to Destiny, I'm talking about the viewers now. As much as the viewers gave, now I'm part of those viewers too because I was even a little, bothered that Miss Destiny did not share anything from her life. Right? We talked about Destiny pregnant one season coming back, girl with a baby and no man. Girl, what's that man that make chicken? Because you was almost fighting in the street over his ass last year. Yeah, girl, we come back next season, girl, he gone. Girl, where that man at? So I get it. We definitely were on Destiny. But, I felt some type of way about, when I hear I think it drives me insane when I hear the girls on reality TV talk about they're not going to talk about something or they're not ready to share it. Girl, what? That's what that makes my ass itch. Hold up. You just said on reality TV that you're not ready, you're not going to share that? Okay. But y'all gave Destiny hell towards the end, right? And Mel pretty much doing the same thing. Martell, they have a meeting, and Martell goes to shake Melody's hand. Girl, Melody paid him dust, and I don't blame her. Can you imagine? Can you imagine a man, your ex-husband, the father of your 4 kids, is now taking you to court? Is taking you to court, and he's questioning your mother, you being a mother. He's questioning, girl, basically trying to paint you as this horrible person, even though he is the person who put you in this position. Martell is the reason why Melody has to work and support herself and her kids. And now he's upset about it because he says it's 20 babysitters. And then you walk into a room and try and shake my hand. Girl, that's what the girl Martell. Martell is the type of person that will have you in jail. I understand people lose control. I always say we're too old to be fighting. But I can also understand how if Melody got up and slapped the dog fuck out of Martell, I would completely understand. If Melody saw Martell one day and just bumped him with her car, I would completely understand. If Melody sat in that room, flipped that whole table over on Martell, I would completely understand. Now she might go to jail. Good, but I would understand why she did what she did. Do not walk in this room trying to shake my hand. Please don't even look at me. Anyways, so Tisha and Marsau. Y'all gonna have to help me out with this because I only watched the episode once. They are talking about the Black Expo. That's what Tisha called it. And Black is going to be spelled at like the name of their bar lounge, BLAQUE. Kimmy basically clocking them on the bullshit. This ain't nothing but the comeback group, and all y'all did was basically get new managers. That's it. It's the same shit. This is what it sounds like to me. It sounds like Tisha and Marsau want everyone to come together, which is a comeback group, and they're disguising what they have planned with helping the community. They don't want to pay the people, right? Because it's for the community. It's about giving back. But just like Kimmy said, just like I said, it's hard for me to believe that they're not going to be making anything from this event. Because when Marsau starts talking about, well, even though you wouldn't be getting paid he said something along the lines of, like, whenever you decide to do something, basically, we're just going to pay it forward. So you are making money, right? Because you're saying that even though y'all are not going to pay us, and even though y'all want us to participate, when it's time for us to have something, or if we want to have something, then I guess you're going to help financially. Is that what Marsau was saying? Correct me if I'm wrong. Melody was 1,000% correct. You don't get to tell me or talk to me about my philanthropy, okay? You don't get to tell me that because I won't participate in what you have going on, or because I won't do it for free, that means I'm greedy. You don't know what the I got going on. You don't. So you can't come and tell me that because I don't want to work your shit for free, that automatically equates to me being greedy. Because you don't know what I'm giving back to the community. You don't know what I don't. You don't know. Because we're not even cool like that, quiet as it's kept. So you don't get to tell me I'm being greedy because I might want to get paid. Because it's a good chance you're getting paid. This whole Black Expo is named after your business. I don't give a damn how rich you are. Ain't nobody gonna keep doing something for free, okay? And even if you did it the first annual, girl, you're bringing something in. I'm sorry. And then another thing Melody was right about, girl. Y'all didn't even mention anything about sponsorships. Now all of a sudden, we come back to this meeting. Now y'all talking about sponsorships. Tisha starts to go back to season 1, season 2. Remember, some of y'all may not know. Melody kicked out Tisha at one of her events. Tisha tried to say that's the same thing as a sponsorship. Girl, that is not the same thing. Melody didn't want your black ass at her stuff. That is not the same thing as you trying to sponsor. Girl, no. No, that's not the same thing, Tisha. It felt like Maurice came in on some, we should all do it in the name of, giving back. But then I think that once he started to hear what Kimmy was saying, and once basically Kimmy and Melody was tagged, was basically working the room. And of course, girl, and I hate to sound mean. It just goes to show, when I think about that clip, how little to none Martell contributed to the business of their businesses while they were married. I don't think Martell said, the only thing Martell talked about was basically, I guess, Melody getting paid or something like that, but he didn't contribute anything to the conversation as like Melody did, girl, like Kimmy did. You see what I'm saying? It wasn't even a point for Martell to be there. Martell was, and they show us time and time again, Martell was only, girl, the bronze, okay? Melody was the brain. I said, "Ooh, Martell is." Just go back and watch. Tell me if I'm right, because I only watched the episode once. Martell pretty much just sat there. And like I said, when he did mention something that had something to do with Melody, I said, ugh. Anyways, yeah. Yeah. That was pretty much it. All right, y'all, let's move on to 11. 11. What's it called? Episode 11? Okay. All right, so this is episode 11. Tisha basically on some, this is my shit. What I say goes. And like Melody told her, we walked in here. I forgot what she said. Oh, y'all definitely not getting paid. And now I think Marsau had said that maybe Melody can do something, you know, via the internet, like kind of like pre-recorded video. Melody, Tiffany, Tisha wasn't going for that. I could have sworn I heard Tisha say when they went, because later in the episode, Tisha and Melody met up. Did Tisha say you could do a FaceTime call though? To the Black Expo, you want her to FaceTime? You don't think it would just make sense for her to do a pre-recorded video? Y'all throw the video up on the screen? I don't know. Again, Melody meets up with Nell. She calls Nell her ride or die. Yeah. Melody ain't got no friends on this show. When you start calling Miss and you call her Miss, when you start calling Miss Nell your ride or die, since when did this lady become your ride or die? Okay, girl. Melody is talking about her new boo. She said, I was gonna go into a whole rant, but I don't feel like doing all that. But Melody says he checks off all the boxes. So good for Melody. I don't know what's going on with Tisha and Marsau. I was confused. Okay. I do know that they are moving. I don't care. This is dumb. It's dumb to me because Marsau has been trying to get this house built for years. Like Nene said, they make it when you got the coin. So the only thing I can think of is they ain't got no money to... they ain't gonna say they got no money. They got more than me. But, I mean, girl, it shouldn't take that long to build no goddamn house. What are y'all building? Girl, like a White House? Like what? I need to know, girl, like what are y'all building? To the point where you're going to need up to 2 to 3 years for the house to be finished. Including the years that y'all have already had. So again, Tisha, that's their house, right? And the house they're living in, they're gonna move out because they're gonna do renovation. That's y'all problem. Y'all got too much going on. It's like that. You know that person who gets a new bottle of water before they finish a bottle of water, and so you look up, you got 5 bottles of water just sitting around the house. So they go look at an apartment. I think the apartment was a nice. I said, is that an apartment or a house? The apartment was like I think they said 2,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths. It was a nice apartment. But then I got confused because Marsau was like, me and MJ can stay here, I guess, at the house. And I guess Tisha and the girls could stay at the apartment. And I guess he was trying to say the least amount of people we have in the house, the more that I'll be able to move around and finish the house. Tisha wasn't going for it. I said Tisha would be a goddamn fool. Let me say something. It would be different if Tisha and Marsau were renting and they were in the process of getting their home built and, they're trying to save money or whatever. And so Tisha gonna go live with, Miss Wanda, and then Marsau gonna go stay with Maurice, right? Because it ain't enough room for everybody. Girl, we can't have my whole family over here at Maurice's house. Everybody can't probably fit in Miss Wanda's apartment. I don't know where Miss Wanda live. I just said an apartment. Everybody can't fit in Miss Wanda's trailer. I feel like she live in a trailer house. Ain't nothing wrong with no trailer house. That one makes sense. I could understand that. That will make sense to me. Wow, this is not making sense to me because it's like that's not your situation is not having a place to stay or just trying to make like, okay, girl, we just got a few more months till the house is finished, we'll be okay, right? Y'all are moving to an apartment to do construction on the house you're living in. You're still trying to build the other house, and you're wanting to live, I guess, in the house or somewhere else while Tisha and the girls live somewhere else. And it's like, why y'all just can't live together? Like, it's giving very much, I need to go to Africa because I'm going through a lot. That's what it's giving. I need to go to Africa and they ain't got no phone service. Remember Marsau said some shit like that? Girl, I don't know, girl. Tisha and Mel meet up, and this is the thing. Tisha claims that whatever Mel, she will respect Mel if Mel just told her, I don't want to do it. I don't believe Tisha because Tisha showed us that no matter what Mel said, it wasn't going to be acceptable. Mel pretty much spelled it out for her that I don't want to fucking work with Martell. She didn't say it, but and even if she didn't, I can't remember if she said that or not. I think I just lied. Yeah, did Mel say that? I think Mel did kind of spell it out for Tisha that she didn't want to work because kind of like dealing with Martell. Didn't she say that? I ain't gonna write that in stone. But even if she didn't, she's basically telling you that I don't know. Basically, I kind of don't want to do it. And Tisha was, well, maybe you can do this. You can go help us look at the buildings. She said I can be more behind the scenes. Like maybe if you need me to make a phone call to somebody, I can do that. Maybe if you need me to, if you want me to ask someone, can they come and speak? Maybe I can do that. Melody don't want to be involved like that. She don't want to work with Martell. So if you want me, I can do it behind the scenes. But Maurice wants everybody to work together. And we're going to call a thing too. Melody has fans. So if Melody participates, then that's also going to draw people who like Melody, maybe in Huntsville, or even like they live close to Huntsville, to come out. You know what I'm saying? So if everybody can be included, it'll be better for the Black Expo. Come on, Expo. Stormy, mama. Baby, when I tell y'all I ain't never hollered so loud in my life, long story short, the fight is dumb. The fight is basically, from what I understand, over Stormy firing the cousin, who's like a brother to her. And I think it sounded like the sister kind of threw it in the other sister's face. Betty. I think that's Stormy's mama name, Betty. So Betty threw it in her sister's face that her son, which is Betty's nephew, was fired by Stormy. That's what it sounded like to me. Betty was doing a whole bunch of talking. And when the sister was like, whose business is this? And it was so crazy. I swear to God, y'all. When Betty was talking, I was like thinking in my head, whose business is this anyways? Because I didn't understand why she was so vocal at talking about things that were happening at the business. Like that quiet as this kept don't have nothing to do with you because this is Stormy's business. Girl, Stormy. When the aunt said, whose business is this? And then Stormy was like, is it yours? Girl, now I'm really confused. Is it your business? Girl, is it your business? And then they're going back and forth, and then for whatever reason, Betty wanted to let the people know that Stormy had paid $15,000 for your son to get out of jail. When Stormy's face was looking like, I'm not gonna lie. I know I gave Stormy, girl, weather, rain, go away, come again another day. I used to call her that last year. I know I gave her a hard time last year, but Stormy actually really funny. I don't know if she knows she's funny, but Stormy really had me cracking up during this scene. And I think Stormy is also quiet as it's kept. I think Stormy is a producer's dream. I really do. I've been looking at Stormy and the way she moving these scenes, and Stormy gonna get the party started. I like it. I think if Stormy stuck around for a couple of seasons, Stormy will be having them girls on their toes. I believe it. Um, anyways, they start going back and forth. Junior, that's his name. When Betty basically said Stormy paid $15,000 to get him out of jail, he said Junior went to jail. Who gives a fuck? Yeah. When I tell y'all, they started hollering, going back and forth. Betty and the sister. The sister went outside. Bitch. I tell y'all, the sister went outside. And Stormy was still in the house with Betty and her cousin, Junior. I cannot remember the sister's name. And so so Stormy was like, let me go get her. Girl, when she went outside, and girl, Miss C was sitting down. I guess she didn't want the camera in her face. Girl, why she was like this? Your mama is evil. Your mama is evil. She is evil. I'm through with her. I'm through with her. Girl, I tell y'all, I was in my bedroom screaming, girl. They are both, I don't know if they are acting, but it's a kiki to me. Girl, so Summer go in the house. She trying to get her mama to talk to her sister. What her mama said. Girl, when Betty said, fuck off! Girl, when I tell y'all, I was cracking up at Stormy's mama and the sister. Fuck off! I know that's right, Betty. Girl, I said, girl, they a mess. When I tell you, they are a mess. They are a mess. They are a mess. I ain't never giggled so loud in my life. Giggled so hard. Girl, so I also feel like the aunt is one of those mamas, leave my child alone. Like, girl, I get it. I know y'all always look at us as y'all chill, as y'all, as y'all kids. I mean, we're all y'all kids, but that's a grown man. And quiet as it's kept, girl, Stormy might want to watch out because Junior seemed like he ain't got no issue cussing out Betty. I feel like if Betty kept pressing it, Junior gonna cuss the fuck out of Betty. Okay? Because Junior don't give me, he's scared to hold his tongue when it comes to Betty. So Stormy goes out. The aunt leaves the house again, and she's out. It's more to this relationship. She said basically, it sounded like, I think she mentioned that I think when their father passed away, right? She said her grandfather, right? That when their father passed away, that I don't know if he had some money. I don't know if he left some money, but I guess Stormy's mother kind of was left in charge, or she took charge, and that kind of drove a wedge between the sisters. It sounded like they daddy or whoever died left a little bit of money. And girl, girl, when people die, honey, y'all know how we start acting, and then don't let us find out some money is left behind, honey. Girl, we be off with each other head. Okay. And then they pretty much ended it. She said, if I gotta talk to her, you're gonna be bailing us both out of jail. And then here come Betty. Here come Betty wobbling down the sidewalk. I said, here she come about to start some shit. Girl. Oh, child. I did think it was messy for Betty to say that boy I don't know why he went to jail. But for whatever it was, $15,000, I'm thinking 10%. Does that mean that Stormy paid? Does that mean that Stormy paid probably the 10% to bail him out, right? Which was the 15? Either way it goes, I don't know what was the purpose of her letting it be known that he was in jail. Stormy mama do seem just real messy. And I be telling y'all about mamas. Girl, don't nobody want nobody talking to their mama crazy. Don't nobody want nobody talking to their mama crazy. Even if you know your mama is wrong, you still don't want nobody talking to your mama crazy. And I think that while Stormy might be okay with the exchange between her mother and Junior, girl, I guarantee you, if one of those women like Melody start to go after Betty, like Betty was disrespecting Melody at that tea party, then girl, all hell gonna break loose. Cause I be trying to tell people, your mama ain't my mama ain't your mama, girl. Anyways, I'm gone. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.